And we are live. Welcome to Best Ball with Bindles. Doing a little noon drafters stream. We are a little bit late. I had something come up really quick that I had to respond to. Tyler says mornings with Bindles. Well, I guess it's mornings your time, Tyler. Um, and yeah, so if you guys haven't drafted on drafters already, there's a promo code down below. So use that and you get a deposit match. But yeah, otherwise, let's get going and let's have a good stream. GM, yeah, big face Bush guy. Yeah, it's hot as hell out there right now. I just went for a walk to go grab a coffee, and it is hotter, even hotter in these best ball streets. Um, so let's get going here. I want to put some music on since we are solo today. So let me get this going. Can you guys let me know how the music is, and also my mic, because I do not have a producer. But yeah, let me know how it sounds. Okay. If you guys do want to draft with us, like I said, you can use the promo code below, and you'll get a deposit match. Always good to switch it up, do some drafters streams, and all right, I'm going to join now, and let's get going. Okay, we need 9 more. So I'm gonna pull this off for a second. But yeah, how's it going, guys? Just girlfriend is taking the bar exam right now. So have a little lunchtime stream going right now, and hopefully you guys can get in here with me. We need 8 more. But yeah, been trying to push out as many streams as I can, obviously. But I think it's good to switch up and do drafters, switch up the brain a little bit. I've been doing a bunch of dynasty startups, no surprise there. So that's been really fun. I'm doing a dynasty auction for the first time, which is going to be really interesting because I have never done that. I've done countless startup drafts, but definitely don't know how to wrap my head around the auction. So that should be really interesting. We got 80s disco. Yeah, it's all 80s vibes on this channel now, even though I am a 90s baby. So, okay, Travis Presley, which is one of my boys from our Dynasty League, says, what is Adam's price in Dynasty? More than what you've been sending, because it's like I'm still contending, so it's not, yeah. Always digging the Vice City vibes. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to lean into it even more. I just feel like that's the vibe of the channel, so appreciate you guys for tuning in and supporting me. Need help with Dynasty Auction, let me know. Okay, yeah, because I'm like, I would consider myself very knowledgeable about Dynasty startups, and I think I'm actually going to do a short, like 10 to 12 minutes, like pre-recorded video about some Dynasty stuff. I'm going to try to start doing more videos. Like pre-recorded videos, so that should be really fun to just kind of dive into some strategy stuff, whether it's best ball or dynasty. I know Pete like has a separate channel for that. I was doing more dynasty content, but then like just hot best ball summer really swept me away, so that was hard, but yeah, we got 8 more to join here, so we still have quite a few to go. So yeah, Chris Mazzone, GM. I must be in the wrong place. I thought this was best ball. Yeah, you know what? We might have to make that a regular occurrence. Maybe if I do drafter streams or something on the weekend, I can always switch it up and go outside. It's actually surprisingly not that hard to make the move to the balcony. Like my setup is pretty mobile, which is surprising, but But yeah, it was fun. It's you know, the audio and video quality probably not great on the balcony, but the vibes are absolutely immaculate. So that's always good. Let's see what else is going on with chat. What's the strategy for drafters? Tyler says drafter strategy is good teams, late to mid, QB, tight end, and find some league winners. Fade the earliest. Yeah, cumulative scoring. That is the difference. And PPR. I am a tardy boy, like I said. That's my V. I'm frequently late to these streams, so I apologize. I feel like I used to be more on time, but now I'm less on time, which probably not great. But we'll get back into it. We got Thomas Avery in here. He's always in the chat. So yeah, what are we gonna do? We still have freaking 8 people getting here, so I guess we can pull up a little sleeper draft. Yo, David. How many best balls you got so far? Well, I don't know if you know this, but I actually can't draft underdog. So that's why I'm doing drafter streams. I mean, I just only on stream otherwise. We got Star Kindler. Just ping the best ballers in DK Discord. Okay, well, I will do that. We got fucking Alpha in here. Do you think Ayuk gets traded? I lean no. I just think they'll pay him, and they don't really want to get rid of him when they are trying to compete for a Super Bowl as they have been for the last couple years. Yes, I cannot do underdog at the moment, but I should be able to soon. Thaddeus in here. Hashtag get your guys. Summon the sickos. Yeah, let's see. I don't usually do that. You know what? I don't usually ping it because I don't usually draft. I haven't been drafting, so. Best ballers. Let's share the screen. Volume down, David's saying. Yeah, I do. It seems a little loud. I feel like that's better. Okay, let's share the screen here. Let's see how many. Still 4 more to join, so we only need a couple more. But yeah, this is my most recent startup. So yeah, this is a weird draft for me. I was at the 12 spot, traded my first to move up from 112 to get Josh Allen, which I feel like is a perfectly fair price. And I actually moved back from 3-1 to 3-12. So it's like a 2v2 of Josh Allen and Trey McBride versus, I mean, whatever. I don't think Chase would have made it. So it would have been like Love or Kyler, which I have a shit ton of Kyler. So Kyler plus a 1, and then whatever, Purdy, Neighbors for McBride. So it's probably literally about even. I just wanted more Josh Allen because I always love some Josh Allen, and if I could have 100%, I would. You can boost your mic. Yeah, that's true. Dang, we would. Under because my boy Bengals can't draft, or you're like out of the country or something. Well, Travis, it's been talked about, but I'll message you. It goes to 11. GM, Meat. Can I call you Meat? Music down a bit, still slaps. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to drown it out. And then I did get a new mic. This is from Pounders. This is from the Dog Pound. And he gave me his old mic. What time is the bar exam? It started at 10 a.m. and it goes until, I believe she has until 4:30, plus a little bit of time. So got some free time right now during lunch. Puppy 2 is filling quickly. Yeah, Puppy 2 is probably filling very quickly. We need 2 more for the draft. So yeah, Josh Allen and Trey McBride versus like basically Kyler and whatever, Neighbors or Gibbs. So it's, I don't know. I think it's pretty much even, and I'll just lean the elite tight end and elite quarterback who's finished the quarterback one pretty much every year for the last couple of years. And then I think McBride could easily be the tight end one. I'm super high on him. So this is a weird draft, right? So 2 quarterbacks. Herbert fell to 2-1, which I will scoop up every single time. And then we're back up. I made a small trade to trade up for Drake May here at 411 because I just think that's crazy value. I think you can make the case for him, whatever. If Jaden Daniels went 212, I like Drake May probably more. Like, I like him better as a prospect. I think as a rookie, you can make the case that Daniels will return value. Okay, here we go. We're back. So no more Dynasty Virgin talk for you guys. I'm sorry. I know that's what you guys really came for, but okay, we are back on the clock. Let me adjust this a little bit because I don't want you guys to get annoyed with me. Did you guys see JJ Zachariason was doing his underdog drafts in light mode, and like everyone was just yelling at him for it. He just doesn't care. He's just like, yeah, it goes better with my aesthetic. And I was like, honestly, I respect that. Just going with the vibes. Shout out Neil. We did a stream with him yesterday at 5 o'clock. So go check that out and go. He has guests galore. I think he has Steph coming on, Steph Miller coming on. I think it's today or tomorrow. Let's see what's going on. Puppy already 1% filled, been out. Yeah, I mean, come on. They released it because they wanted to slow down BBM. So we know all the sickos are going to be in here as you guys are watching me draft a drafters draft. So Underdog is killing it with these tourneys. Yeah, they really are. They're pumping out the tourneys, which is really nice. Yes, I know, Tyler. Mine did the opposite when I saw your profile picture. Aesthetic is white. Oof, in 2020. Yes. JJ, the light round quarterback. Wow, that's oof. You guys are killing it. Oh, B Sandark today. Tyler tomorrow. So we got the homies are in there. Okay, so let's not queue up some guys because I was getting yelled at for queuing up guys. Okay, so make sure you guys slap that like button so we can continue to upgrade all the stuff in here. We got a little ring light now. We got a better mic. We got the 1080p camera. I might get a better webcam. This one's good enough, but let's see. Okay, so we got Bijan, Brees, Puka. I think I'm gonna go some Bijan here. Scoop up that testosterone in the first round. I just think Bijan could easily finish as the RB1. Obviously, he's like 22 or 23 versus CMC being 28. The situation is absolutely primed for him to explode onto the scene. I know last year was disappointing, but like Arthur Smith, like come on, it's fucking Arthur Smith. So yeah, I think he's a great pick here. I'll obviously take him if he falls to me here. I prefer him to Brees. I think Brees just, it's a little bit more fragile with the quarterback situation. I do think Tyrod Taylor like is sneakily like solid enough and like could just provide fantasy value for everyone. But I just think whatever situation is even more prime for Bijan. Should get the passing game work, should get the goal line work. Like he's set up to absolutely smash. So who else do we have in here with us? Is there anyone? We got Hoosier in here at the 4 spot. So shout out to Hoosier. Let's see, Brady Viper. I definitely recognize. I'm not sure if he's in here with us, but I definitely recognize the name. I think I recognize Black Knight as well. Mr. Saucy, Casey Pollock. I also recognize. So we'll be back up here at 18. Reminder: this is cumulative scoring and it is PPR. So slight difference in kind of like some slight strategy differences, but not too crazy. Streamer Bindles, yes. Yeah, Neil is the best. Go if you guys haven't checked him out, definitely go check out Neil's channel, the Flannelverse. Hoosier, I have no idea what is happening. Okay, we are back up on the clock. We got Devontae, we got Waddle, we got Ayuk. I have a very hard time passing on Devontae here, especially with the cumulative scoring. I think we're gonna go old school and go Devontae Adams. Let's see what else is going on here. We got Purple Yoshin here. He's also studying for the bar exam, so shout out to him. It's a absolute grind, so respect to him. Who Hames, it's not a real flannel, yeah. So I think David Philippi was saying on one of the comments that we should get matching flannel cutoffs for both me and Neil as we do our home and away streams. So that would be pretty fun. Yeah, perfectly balanced. Like Tyler says, one young, one old. Yeah, I really like the start. I mean, Bijan could have that legendary upside season. 25 points a game, especially in PPR, and like Devontae, even with AOC as his quarterback for most of the year last year, a little bit more inconsistent, but still was getting absolutely fed. Minshew, we saw Pittman kind of just have a wide receiver one season in PPR with Minshew. You have the backstop of AOC. I just don't think Adams has fallen off whatsoever. So I'm going to be continuing to take him in the second round there. Just huge season-long upside and single-week upside. I think he had 30 points in week 17. So yeah, that's always great. And I mean, I think he honestly probably projects like right up there with like right after Garrett Wilson, probably better than Harrison and maybe about the same as London, and we've seen it before from Adams, obviously. The other guy's more of a projection. Obviously, we do want to bet on youth, and you want to be ahead of the curve, not behind it. But at the same time, like I said, Adams is just still Adams. So don't want to be fading him. Definitely want to be taking him. So true. Listening to lectures right now. That's just rough. We got Fantasy Football Garage in here. He has been hammering the late night streams. Tough week with my girlfriend taking the bar, so it might take a couple nights off. We'll see this week. Probably not as busy of a week for me as normal. Just kind of relax with her a little bit and recover from a 7-hour or 6-hour exam. But in the works with Fantasy Football Garage, so be on the lookout for a little home and away nighttime stream. Let's see. Adams is the GOAT, bottom for a future first, and seems to be sold for less than a first in Dynasty. Best ball, I'm 66% exposure to him, brother. I mean, get your guys, as Thaddeus always says. Nearly binked it. Yosh, are you a baseball guy? I'm not a baseball guy, notedly. I used to like the Tigers back in the day when they were really good in like early or late 2000s. I think 2008 they made it to the World Series, but yeah, football, basketball. Used to play lacrosse. Never really a baseball guy. But definitely the daily seems super fun. The Badge Bros do a shit ton of daily contests and daily content, so that's really fun. All right, so we're going to be back up on the clock here. We got Bijan in round 1 and Devontae in round 2. We got Nerd City with the piss boy start of Amon-Ra Waddle, and then goes Diggs. Definitely would have loved some Diggs there. Let's see. Flowers, Dell. Yeah, this is a tough range for wide receiver. I think I'm just going to go Cup here. Let's see, what is the ADP like versus underdog? Let's go Cup. Get 2 olds. I really like Cup this year. I just think it's, especially in best ball, right? Like Dynasty, a little bit more scary. I'd probably try to get off of him if I could, unless he just falls to like 8th round in Dynasty startups is fine for him with the upside he has. But I mean, like, would it be that crazy if Cup were to outscore Puka this year? Like, I know that's a little bit of a blasphemy for all the... I love Puka, and I'm definitely in on Puka. Definitely still taking him in the first round. But, like, would it be that crazy it's pretty crazy, but it wouldn't be like wouldn't be unheard of if he just stays healthy, and he has that connection with Stafford as well as Puka does. So I do want to take my shot there, because it seems like, I know the upside with a rookie coming off the 1,500-yard season. Obviously, we're going to be taking him in the first round, but I do feel like if you're just looking from a projection standpoint, which isn't always isn't exactly what we're trying to do, I do think he could be in for like whatever, a pretty big season, and has single game upside, and he has contingent upside as well if Puka were to go down too. So we don't we think about Puka's contingent upside, we don't think about Kupp's contingent upside. Okay, so we have Bijan, Devontae, Kupp. Top receivers here are Pickens, McLaurin. I don't mind doing Laporta. I think we're gonna go Laporta. I don't typically take Laporta, but pick 42 is a lot more palatable than like whatever his ADP is top 30 an underdog. And I do like whatever we like the week 17 matchup. The whatever, just securing an elite tight end. I do prefer the other guys at cost, but if he falls to this range, you could definitely make the case for Josh Allen there. We have 2 receivers already, which are very solid guys, and then we can see what there's a lot of receivers that we can go later on. So yeah, we got our anchor running back. We have two old receivers, but 2 guys that definitely can give you very good production out of those 2, and then Sam Laporta, who could be the tight end one. I wouldn't bet on it, but he could be the tight end one. Yeah, the Tigers' golden day. Maglio Ordonez used to live in my neighborhood, which was kind of wild. Reggie Bush used to live in my neighborhood, where my parents live. I'm infinitely more informed on football though. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely fun to dabble in the golf and MLB. Like, I feel like if you even remotely know what you're doing, I feel like you can get an edge there. Kupp was never actually healthy last year. Yeah, it's just hard. It's like such an easy equation. If he's healthy, like, I think he should smash his ADP there. Yeah, 100% a possibility, not crazy at all. I mean, yeah, it's obviously you're gonna bet on the younger guy who just had a crazy season, but like if we go through all the permutations, he definitely could make it out. Pretty out on Kupp, but I understand the Kupp. Yeah, it's not like I don't love Kupp, but just like there when it's kind of Zay Flowers, I like, but doesn't seem like he has the like true upside of that Kupp has in this upper percentile range of outcomes. We got Drafters fantasy account in here, so checking out a Drafters stream with Drafters, we love that. Tyler says yes, Kupp. Yes, Drafters is full PPR. Kupp man coverage efficiency been on a 3-year decline. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. There is absolutely downside, but at the cost, I do think it's a fair click with the upside versus kind of the young. I definitely love Flowers and Dell in that range as well. Not as much into Pittman. Full PPR, I guess it boosts him up a little bit. Hoosier Devo likes Lamb. Plus, I've heard concerns of lingering hammy. I mean, yeah, he always has lingering hammy. Alrighty here. We got top of the queue is Jaden Reed at wide receiver, Deontay, Jacobs. Let's go. You know, I don't take a lot of Jaden Reed, and it is cumulative, so not as into him. But I know Sean Siegel is super high on him. And there's some other very, very smart people that are very in on him. And I think Sean Siegel was even saying that he thought he was underpriced, which is very Sean Siegel. He just loves young players and kind of like the year 1, year 2 breakouts. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think he does have the upside. And Christian Watson always injured. And I do prefer Watson at cost in Dynasty, but I definitely want to take my shots on Reed. So through 5 rounds, we have Bijan at running back as our anchor, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Sam Laporta, and Jaden Reed. And you know what? I'm lacking here because I do have a Sam Laporta clip. So we're gonna rip it.
Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Then bring it down hard. Someday.
Shout out to Sam Laporta. He won El Coach last year, a lot of money. So we are big Sam Laporta stands, even if his ADP in Underdog especially has jumped the shark a little bit. But it's more of a there's so many other good later elite tight end options with Andrews, with McBride, with Kelsey. So it's not so much like it's a market thing, not like I'm out on Sam Laporta, right? Like still could finish as the tight end 1, and they brought back, obviously re-signed Goff and brought back their offensive coordinator, so Ben Johnson. So he's set up very well. Okay, we are back up on the clock here. Top of the queue is A-Rich at quarterback. We got Deontay, we got Xavier Worthy, we got Christian Watson, we got Joe Mixon. I'm going to go Deontay here. You guys know I am a Deontay stan. I think especially in full PPR, like he's just an absolute smash. Going to get a shit ton of targets. And yeah, we have like, this is a crazy amount of targets between Devontae, Kupp, and Deontay. Like that's probably 450 targets between the 3 of them. If you're going to average out the 3, right? Like 150 about per one. And then a little upside shot with Jaden Reed as a second year breakout. And then could have the RB1 and tight end 1 with Bijan and Laporta here. So we do see Richardson is falling all the way here to pick 70 right now, which is pretty crazy. I definitely was considering him at my last 2 picks. But we'll see what falls to us. Let's see what else is going on in the chat here. Thaddeus Pittman, top 12 wide receiver this year. I mean, I can see it. I definitely wouldn't bet on it though. Meatwad says I'm out on Zay in that range too, probably why I have a good bit of Tank. I definitely prefer Tank, just with the passing upside of that Houston offense. And we saw when him and Nico were both healthy, he was outproducing Nico, and Zay Flowers looked really good. And I do think he is a prime year 2 breakout candidate. But a lot of that was without Andrews, and I think Andrews is still the one and will continue to be the one. So yeah, not like I'm out on him at all, and I definitely will still take him. But Kupp, I just think he just has that like nuclear upside, like I said, just straight up with Stafford and the contingent upside. Whereas I guess you could say Flowers has a contingent upside for Andrews like he did last year and just a breakout. Let's see. Only can do Zay if I stack with Lamar, and I feel more keen to stack Lamar with Andrews. Yeah, that's Meatwad. You read my mind. That's exactly where I'm at as well. Kittle in the 6 feels like a steal. People were debating whether Kittle and Pitts were elite tight ends, and like Kittle is absolutely an elite tight end. So we get Egg White here, pairing up, going double elite tight end with Richardson falling to 74 and the same bye week. So Neil Orfield is in the chat cursing at Egg White with the Michigan logo. So yeah, only 2 wide receivers, and he took Saquon. Oh no, never mind. He must have taken another wide receiver. So okay, so 3 wide receivers. Okay, so it's a little bit better. That's a little bit. I don't like Saquon, and I don't like taking even the falling guy with taking Lamar. It seems like too much capital there with the same bye week as well. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I know Hoosier. Okay, let's see what Hoosier's doing in this draft here. Jamar Chase, Mike Evans, Kyron, George Pickens, Chris Godwin. So building out a little Baker thing going later on. He gets Joe Mixon at pick 69 is a absolutely smash pick there. Definitely was considering him at my pick as well. So it looks like we're gonna get a receiver coming back to us. And it gets sniped on Addison, which would have been very, very nice. I think I'm live to just push this here. Don't mind Bowers. Don't mind Kamara. Let's see what else is going on with quarterback. Do we have anything we can do here? Let's go JMO. Build out a little Detroit thing. I don't love JMO, but I want to get more of him. Not sure this is the format for him in full PPR, but don't really love those running backs in this range. And I feel like with the anchor Bijan, we can push our RB2 slot a little bit. And let's see. Yeah, definitely Aaron Jones probably would have been a better pick there. A little bit panicked there. I really wanted Bowers. And then quarterback, what do we have here stacking up? Nothing for Dak. Nothing. We have a lot of late round options. We could go Jordan Love here. Pairing with Jaden Reed. I feel like we should push quarterback though, just with having so many late options. So definitely fine with Ramondre, definitely fine with Warren, definitely fine with Najee. I mean, I'm always down for some Brock Bowers. So Bowers is still here. Ramondre and Jalen Warren. Let's think what we can do here. Do we have any? Let's go Ramondre. So whatever. I feel not great about taking Jameson Williams at pick 79, but I guess if you just think of if I took, just pretend in your head that I took Ramondre at pick 79 and JMO at pick 90, makes you feel a little bit better. So we have two running backs, Bijan and Ramondre. Wide receiver, we have Devontae, Cooper Kupp, Jaden Reed, Deontay Johnson, and JMO. And then at tight end, we have Sam Laporta. Yeah, I feel with taking Devontae, Kupp, and Deontay, and then we a little like Reed, obviously year 2 breakout, but it is a little bit shaky in that offense, just not knowing. It's whatever. We don't know. There's no true number 1 receiver. Maybe Reed becomes that guy. I would probably place my chips onto Christian Watson, and then they have Wicks, and they have Dobbs, and they have Musgrave. So just a lot of guys. But yeah, with this kind of pairing some of the more steady target earning guys, which in PPR is very important, with a Reed and Jameson Williams, I think that allows us that upside. And then yeah, we have a lot of late quarterback options. So I think we're going to push quarterback. I definitely would have considered Richardson there when he fell to us in the 5th round or in the 6th round, but just don't really want to go that way with this team. Yeah, Hoosier says I'll sell it. Yeah, he's not really settling for Murray, right? Like he could outscore Richardson for sure. Shout out to Benny, GMGM. Who Hames says fading Jaden Reed is a little scary though, because if they do stuff with him they did late last year, he's gonna crush. I agree, but if he's just like more just the manufactured touch guy, and then Dobbs and Watson are kind of the outside guys, and then you also have Wicks, and then I don't know, like I just feel like he could get squeezed a little bit, and it's like the talent is definitely there. Like when he went to Michigan State, I'm a Michigan State fan. Like I love Jaden Reed, the talent. I think he had a pretty elite based on the numbers, rookie year, based on PFF grade, and whatever his yards per run and everything were very solid. Let's say Debo is just a manufacturer. That's definitely not true. Debo is actually like a very good, just pure wide receiver as well, and he also gets, and obviously the Shanahan offense as well, like is just absolutely primed for that type of guy. So, but like Debo is underratedly, like I think Josh Norris always talks about this, but like Debo, even if you take away all the manufactured touch stuff, like I think 2 years ago when he had his absolutely crazy season, like he's just a very good wide receiver, just straight up, without any of the running back stuff or any of the screens and everything. So I do think Jaden Reed can ascend to that. I know Reception Perception and Matt Harmon has kind of talked about, like, he does think Jaden Reed is not just a manufactured touch guy, and obviously it's good for fantasy to get those manufactured touches. Those are easy touches where you can get the yak and you don't have to do much, but you kind of like he needs to be both for him to really pay off his ADP. So it's a little bit of a fragile bet. Okay, so we're back on the clock here. Wide receiver, top of the queue is Shaheed, Wicks. I think I'm gonna push it here. Tight end, no. Quarterback. Got Joe Burrow falling all the way to us here. Let's go Jonathan Brooks. It is cumulative, so not, I don't know. I still like Jonathan Brooks. I know there's like, he's not starting on, he might be starting on early. He's not going to be ready for training camp, but like, I don't really care. And I do think he has huge, like, whatever, back half of this season upside. And we have the cover with Bijan and Ramondre, so I feel pretty good about that. I also really like Spears. I really like Javonte. I like B-Rob. So there's a lot of guys in this range I like. Jordan Love, I was considering him, especially a couple picks past ADP there with Jaden Reed, but I just feel like we're going to push quarterback in this one and go 3. I feel like that's the way to build personally. Okay, let's see. So running backs, definitely like Tyjae, definitely like Javonte, definitely like B-Rob. Let's see, week 17 wise. Let's see. Okay, so quarterback. We could go Goff, but this is ahead of ADP, so not going to do that. Wide receiver is thinning out. Ooh. You know what? Let's go Tyjae Spears here. So now we have 4 running backs. We can just focus on wide receiver and quarterback for a while now. And I really like these 4. I really like the upside of Spears. He was a very good pass catcher last year, which was really nice. And it's not really like he's a contingent. He is a contingent bet with Pollard, but also he's just they're gonna split just drives, and so very into Spears based on his pass catching and his explosiveness. Obviously Bijan, we know the Bijan case. Ramondre, hopefully, like I like betting on the New England offense. Brooks has that late season upside, but I do think just like he could absolutely explode at the end of the season, so worth taking the shot here with these 3 other solid guys that can give us production. And we honestly could be done here at running back if we really wanted to. Let's see. It is 20 rounds, so definitely not going to go 4 running backs. We could go 5 if we really wanted to and just hammer wide receiver. And so Downs, would love Downs. I don't think he's going to make it back to us. What else do we have here? Leggett, Polk, would love one of those if they were to make it to me. Jermaine Burton, A.D. Mitchell, Jerry Jeudy, sneakily not a bad pick. And then quarterbacks, let's see, we got Jared Goff. We have a couple outs, so let's see what happens here, and let's show a little bit more of the board. Okay, let's see what else is going on in the chat. Chunk the Deuce, what up? Saw you in the splash play chat a second ago. Best way to play the Packers, just make sure you have some of all of them by the end. It's worse than a 3. Yeah, you just want all of them in best ball, whatever. Like, we just take your shots on all of them. I really like Musgrave. Like, I just think the Tucker Kraft, obviously now Tucker Kraft is hurt, so Musgrave is getting a little bit more hyped up. But Tucker Kraft is a really good prospect. Got drafted right behind Laporta. Super athletic, 6'6", 260. Okay, we are back on the clock here. So I think I'm gonna go Goff here to pair with our Detroit bet as our QB1. And I think we're gonna like the wide receiver coming back around. So just playing that. I don't want to miss out on Goff. I am gonna go 3 QBs, especially it being 20 rounds. But pairing Goff with Laporta and JMO, it's a betting against Amon-Ra team, which doesn't feel great, but we'll deal with it. Okay, let's see. I really like that running back room in full PPR. Yeah, I just you especially in full PPR, you want like Brooks is a pretty good pass catcher. Spears is a great pass catcher. Ramondre, pretty good pass catcher, and Bijan obviously a really good pass catcher. So very nice for full PPR. Want to shy away a little bit from like the Gus Edwards types where it's more just half PPR type play. What do you think of handcuffing? I'm fine with it. It depends on the cost though. Like if I'm taking a guy early, you don't really want to be betting on like the other guy in the backfield. Okay, so running back, Zeke, Lloyd. So AD Mitchell, Leggett. I know AD Mitchell is ahead on ADP, but I'm just gonna go Leggett, and we're gonna roll the clip. I don't know. I like him. I think I just like him better straight up.
Oh no, man! I woke up ready, man. I got a call right after I got dressed. They was coming to pick me up at 9:30 in the morning. I told them I'm gonna be ready.
And we are back. Someone said Goff in the chat. Yeah, depends on total capital invested. Yeah, that was my point that I was just gonna say. Is handcuffing. It's fine if it's like 2 later, like if it's Javonte and then you also take Jaleel, like probably fine, or like whatever, 2 middle range guys. If you want to take Warren and Najee, that's not that crazy. Spears and Pollard. Eckler and B-Rob, like anything past like around pick 100, like I'm willing to do it. Anything before that, it's like don't really want to be betting against the other guy, the more expensive guy. Known tight end, elite tight end, Luke. I mean, not elite, but I definitely think he has a very intriguing profile, and he was just injured last year, and that's why Kraft got the run that he did. And it's like he was fine, but he didn't like break out or do anything crazy. Okay, so W clip equity. Yep, Leggett hype. I mean, yeah, we got to roll the clip, guys. Carolina gig. Yeah, it's all Carolina all the time here. Let's just rock the Leggett music in the background. I mean, we could. We got Sammy in the chat, drafters. Yeah, Sammy, you gotta come hop in with us. Zeke, Dowdle, I love. Yeah, that's they're both good picks. They're both good picks in PPR as well. Just don't pick Adam Thielen, brother. We might. No, I'm just kidding. Warren and Najee arguably work already, and handcuff is a bonus. Yeah, I agree. I like both of them because they're just gonna be so much fantasy value in that running back room. Same with Denver. I had Gretsch on last week, and he was talking about how they might lead the league in running back targets by like lap the field by like 50 targets or something like that. Not guaranteed or anything, but definitely could happen. All right, we are back up on the clock in 1 pick. So quarterback here. Tua has fallen all the way here, but we don't have any Miami. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go Stafford here. With Kupp. So get our second pocket quarterback stacked up here. Really just didn't want to take Adam Thielen. If he makes it back to us, I'll consider it, especially with our Carolina bet. What other wide receiver? Wide receiver just gets very thin. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide receivers, and I do like these 6. It being 20 rounds, we can definitely tack on a few later on. Okay, so at team so far, through 13 rounds, we do have Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Bijan Robinson at running back, Ramondre Stevenson, Jonathan Brooks, Ty J. Spears. Wide receiver, we have Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Jaden Reed, Deion Bay Johnson, Jameson Williams, Xavier Leggett, Xavier Third Leggett, and Sam Laporta at tight end. So, yeah, we can wait on our QB3 as we do have a couple outs here. Don't feel the need to take any of these. We have Kamani Vidal. We have Roman Wilson here. We have Cade Otton. Let's see. Let's go the upside with Kamani Vidal. I think I want to bet against Gus Edwards. I think a lot of his efficiency was due to Lamar Jackson, and he's 29 years old. I just don't think he's gonna look like the same guy in that offense. I do think J.K. Dobbins coming off an Achilles, just a guy I want to bet against. So just betting against the 29-year-old guy who was boosted, his efficiency was boosted by Lamar, and the guy coming off an Achilles tear. I mean, they could always just bring in like Kareem Hunt, and Tyler would be laughing to the bank. But yeah, I think Vidal, like if he is the Chargers RB1 at this cost, that's a pretty big upside case there. So while it's nothing is secure there, but I picked 162. That's pretty solid, and we have 5 running backs, so we'll see what falls to us. I definitely think we need receivers, so we definitely need to catch up on receiver. We need 1 more tight end, maybe 2, depending on what falls to us. Could be done at running back, depending on what falls to us. I do like Bucky Irving, definitely someone that I am interested in, especially in full PPR. We don't want to handcuff with Algier. I do like Roshan, Elijah Mitchell, so let's queue up some wide receivers. Roman Wilson falling all the way to us. All the way to pick 168 here. Malachi Corley. Demarcus Robinson would make sense for our LA Rams bet. I like Douglas in full PPR. Marvin Mims, Luke McCaffrey, Javon Baker. Yeah, we got some wide receivers we can tack on late. Tight end is probably getting a little bit scary here. Yeah, great vibes. I mean, that's what this channel is all about. It's all vibes all the time. We do incorporate data. We do like to bring in data and stuff into our process, but we do love the vibes here. Yeah, Chuba and Brooks isn't the worst in 20-round drafters. I definitely agree. So, quarterback, we still have some outs here. I think let's go Demarcus Robinson. I just think he has a pretty valuable role, and that we are kind of handcuffing ourselves with a Kupp and Demarcus Robinson, but I think whatever, pick 175. Demarcus Robinson was pretty good last year. He's going to be on the field. They run a crazy amount of 3 wide receiver. I think they were at the top of the league in that. So contingent upside. He's going to get touchdowns in the red zone. We saw last year in that OBJ year they won the Super Bowl role, and helps us fill in a couple weeks with the kind of upside shots with Jaden Reed and Jameson Williams and Leggett. Just a solid producer for our squad here. Let's see, we have some other guys here coming up that would make sense. Definitely like Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin. We don't have any Cincy or anything bringing back. Let's see. Do we go Bryce Young here, or do we push it around? I think we push it around. Tyler Conklin. We still have some other options later. Let's go Troy Franklin here. We're getting a lot of rookies for a drafters team, but we're shooting for the upside, and gives us another late quarterback option for our third quarterback. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wide receivers now. Could still tack on a couple more. We definitely need one more tight end, maybe 2. Could go more running backs depending on who falls to us. And I mean, we could be fine with these 2 quarterbacks. They have different bye weeks. But definitely willing to tack on a Bryce Young, a Drake May. We don't have any receivers for Drake May, so don't really want to do that. And we could just go a naked Justin Fields with no Pittsburgh as our third. Definitely down for that, just for the upside. Make sure to slap that like button, press that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. 70% of my viewers are not subscribed already, so make sure if you made it this far in the video, go and do that. Turn on the notification bell so that if I do just do kind of a more impromptu stream like today, you guys can come check it out. And yeah, use the drafters promo code below, and they will give you a deposit match up to $100. If you want to do some drafting, do some full PPR, do some cumulative scoring, switch it up a little bit from the underdog. We all love underdog. I love underdog. Your mom loves underdog. Your grandma loves underdog. Everyone loves underdog. But it's good to switch it up sometimes. I don't know if you guys saw, I had a freaking crazy tweet. We had, let's see, we got a second here. I went on Reddit, literally went on Reddit for like the first time in like, I can't even tell you, so many years. And it says, is there anything more artificially signal boosted than Underdog Best Ball? It's dominating my podcast feeds, Twitter feeds, and Reddit ads, partnerships all over the place. Is it really that popular / fun? Or are they just throwing money at every avenue they can for exposure? This tweet has 48.8K views, which is pretty crazy. Jeremy Levine, who's the CEO of Underdog, quote tweeted it. John Boy Beats, Nick Rudman, I think a bunch of other, Dave Kluge. Like, this is wild. Like, I've never had a tweet like blow up like that. But yeah, it's just hilarious. Like, you just see we are in such a best ball bubble still. And perfect timing as we are back on the clock here. So wide receiver, don't feel the need to do that. Tight end got absolutely destroyed. So that being the case, let's do a little Bryce Young action. We have a lot of Carolina. So betting on just Carolina to outperform their ADP as a team this year with Dave Canales at the helm there. Jonathan Brooks, Xavier Leggett, and Deontay Johnson. It's a theme of mine. You guys know I love me some Carolina. I just think want to make the bet on their offense. Even if they're just whatever, they don't have to be amazing, but if they just outperform their ADP, but if all of them could, or if their offense is just better than we think, which I think it definitely could be based on the situation and the talent they added in and the coaching staff. Want to be betting on them. So yeah, it's an on-brand draft. You guys know Deontay Johnson, Xavier Leggett. Is it really a Bindles draft if we don't draft those two guys? Not really. So, brunch with Bindles. Bindles best ball brunch. Rookies over a wide receiver that stayed in the end zone. Who are you talking about there, Thaddeus? All right, we are back up on the clock. Running back. Don't mind Lauby there. What's our bye week here? Let's go Jatavian Sanders. Not super into Jatavian Sanders. Obviously, with Laporta, we don't really have to worry about our tight end 2 that much. I do think JT Sanders, obviously with our Carolina bet that we were talking about, it makes sense. Not a huge... There's no one here that I really love. Probably will tack on a third as we have 2 more rounds. So I think we're done at wide receiver. Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Jaden Reed, Deontay Johnson, Jameson Williams, Xavier Leggett, Demarcus Robinson, Troy Franklin. Quarterback, we are all set with Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, and Bryce Young all stacked up. So 3 pocket passers all stacked. Goff double stacked, Stafford double stacked, Bryce Young was it quad stacked. So lots of correlation here. And running back, we have 5. I feel solid enough about those 5. Definitely need, I think, the 3rd tight end. And then we can kind of play it by ear. I'm fine just going those 5 running backs, completely honest. We'll see if one of these guys falls to us. Parkinson would be nice for our Rams bet. I'm not sure if we want that much Rams, but could do that. Don't mind Dawson Knox. Don't mind Dulcich. Wide receiver. Chark and Boyd are interesting. Running back. Eric Gray, Lauby. Let's see, is there anything else here? Tank Bigsby is gross, but we could do it. Let's see. Rookie wide receivers are great. And I mean, obviously it's like a little bit less interesting than like an underdog. Okay, so we are back up on the clock here. Tight end, we might as well push it. Wide receiver. Chat, what do you think? Do I go running back here for my 6th running back, or do we just ride with these 5? I feel like we could just ride with these 5. I'm just gonna ride. I think lean. It's not hyper fragile, obviously, but Bijan, Ramondre, Jonathan Brooks, Ty J. Spears, Kamani Vidal. I like Lauby. Obviously, would have been interesting there. We could have rolled the clip. We still could roll the clip. Let's see. Do we go 3rd tight end here? Or do we go Lauby if he makes it to us, just purely for the vibes? Put your votes in the chat. I will take Lauby 100% of the time in a 20-round format if he's there in round 20. I'm definitely thinking about it if he makes it to me. We'll see if someone crushes our dreams. All right, everyone. Do we go Lauby here for the vibes? I feel like we go Lauby here for the vibes. I know tight end. You can argue we need a tight end more, but look, we're vibing here, guys. R.I.P. to your eardrums. R.I.P. Let's get the vibe music back on here. Okay. Yeah, I like Lauby. I kind of regret taking Boyd there. Kind of feel like I should have went Lauby first and then waited for a tight end to come back to us. I don't mind it though. I just don't like Laporta should be carrying us anyways. And Jatavian Sanders, he could be a 0, but he could be fine. Give us a couple spike weeks, especially with our Carolina bet. We got PPR Tyler Godwin. 35 likes and he will take off his shirt. It'll probably take more than that. They are 3 good tight ends at least. I don't know what that's referring to. Keelan Robinson, not over Lauby. I like Lauby. He's getting a lot of good pub. Yes, the Lauby clip is very neat. Thank you so much, Hoosier. Get your guys. Shout out to Thaddeus. He makes sense round 20 PPR. Yeah, I mean, if he's the passing down back, like he could definitely give you a few usable weeks there. It's not like Zamir White is a pass catcher, and Madison is like, he's fine, but he's not like a pass catcher. It is pretty warm out there. I literally just went for a walk right before this and I was sweating my tits off. So let's run through the squad here. Jared Goff at quarterback, Matthew Stafford, Bryce Young, Bijan Robinson, Ramondre Stevenson, Jonathan Brooks, Tyjae Spears, Kimani Vidal, Dylan Lauby, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Jaden Reed, Deontay Johnson, Jameson Williams, Xavier Leggett, Demarcus Robinson, Troy Franklin, Tyler Boyd, Sam Laporta, and Jatavian Sanders. How do you guys feel about this squad? Roast me in the chat. What do you think this is out of 10? Give me out of 10. Yeah, if you're in Texas, then it's not even comparable, but Alpha for the memes almost took Goddard. Oh, Taysom Hill. Oh my God. That is definitely a cheat code. I definitely should have went Taysom Hill. Good call. And I got to up my drafters game. How do you guys feel about a second draft? If you guys will join in with me, I will definitely, I'm definitely down to do a second draft. So you guys let me know. Let me just do some housekeeping really quick. I'll try to get in. I need to make a draft. Yeah, fucking Alpha. Go down below. There's a link and there's a promo code down below. So use that link. Use my promo code, and you can get up to $100 of deposit match. And we also have some free tickets to give away. So if you guys comment after the stream with your favorite pick that I made in this draft, I will choose someone on a wheel of names the next stream I do, and we will give away some drafters tickets. So be sure to do that after we finish. Got a dip, but did enjoy the change of scenery. Thanks Hoosier Devo for checking us out. I made a drafters account, but its payments go overseas, and I have no PayPal. Oh, really? Huh? Interesting. Yeah, PayPal is very clutch if you ever need that. All right, let's do a second draft. I do want to go get some Vietnamese food after this, so I do want to go a little bit. Well, let's see what's going on. Okay, if you guys want to hop in with me, join in now. Let's see how many we need. Probably 8 more. So 8 more to draft. If you guys do want to hop in with me. What's your go-to dish for Vietnamese? You know what? I haven't had Vietnamese in a very long time, but there's a place like 3 minutes away from me that I saw on Google when I was looking at something. It looks really good. I believe it's like I forget what it's called. It's like dirty rice. It's like beef with rice and some vegetables, and then there's also some really good soup that looks amazing. I forget what the name of it is. That's why I got a dip. All right, give me 1 moment, guys, while we wait to draft. Why don't you guys vibe for a second? All right, we are back. Thanks for vibing with us here today at lunchtime. We got 36 people in here. If you guys are watching, make sure to like, subscribe. And we're gonna be streaming all summer. Hot best ball summer we're still just not even peaking yet because we still have so much more time, even though we've been drafting since February. As we saw with my tweet earlier, best ball is still hasn't reached the masses, so make sure to subscribe. 70% of people who watch are not subscribed, so make sure to go hit that sub button and that bell. Let me ping. Let's see. All right, any of you guys want to join in with me? Otherwise, I can talk through my dynasty draft for a second. We'll get Tyler back out of here with the dynasty talk for a moment while we wait. So yeah, traded up for Josh Allen. Justin Herbert 2-1 is a steal. Trey McBride 312. Make the case for tight end 1, and it's half point PPR tight end premium. Drake May traded a third to just trade up because I wanted to secure him. 411 is a crazy price for Drake May. I think you could make the argument for him, like, probably would go Dak over him, but like you can make the case either way depending on your build and kind of how much you need immediate points. Definitely has, like, Drake May could be a first round pick next year, like just as we saw it in T-Law, right? Could bounce back to the first round. Like these young quarterbacks, that would really help. And then Kyle Pitts. So the bully tight end strategy, not only useful in best ball, but in half point PPR tight end premium, I have a lot of bully tight end teams, whether it be Andrews and some other guy, usually Andrews and some other guy because I have so much Andrews. Then we go all the way back around, and obviously need receivers as we're falling a little bit behind at wide receiver. 4 more to join if you guys want to join in for the drafters draft while we wait a second. We were talking up Devontae Adams in our drafters draft, and this is PPR. Just whatever. It's just the only reason he's falling this far is because of his age. Like if we're just looking at him just based on what is he going to produce this year, which I think people focus too much on 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line in Dynasty. Like you really do want to kind of play it. You want to have the best team you can possibly field while also amassing picks and also amassing a few pieces that can still rise in value. Like a Drake May is a perfect example of that. Kyle Pitts at pick 412, like he could be back whatever where he was a couple years ago, like at the 2-3 turn or even higher if everything goes well for him this year. Right, Rashee Rice in Dynasty, like I've been buying the shit out of Rashee Rice in Dynasty just because I think he's gonna get a few games, right? Maybe it's 4 games, maybe it's 6 games. But like when we flip the cards over at the end of next season, I think like he's gonna be a very, very valuable pick. And he was going right in this range, late 4th, early 5th. before the suspension stuff, and it's like that doesn't demonstrably change anything for me. Still need 4 more for the drafters draft if you guys want to hop in with us. So we will see what happens and what falls to me at these next couple picks, but definitely, obviously, you still want to get some wide receivers. We'll see what falls to me. Definitely some good guys in this range, that should fall to me. And this is obviously a 0 RB team, so we'll just hammer running backs later on. And I do think we have an advantage at quarterback with Josh Allen and Justin Herbert. Tight end, obviously, Trey McBride and Pitts. So you can honestly kind of think of it with Trey McBride as our wide receiver 1. Just kind of last year, I think after week 8 to 17, when he was running the full allotment of routes with Zach Ertz out, he was averaging like 18.5 points per game in this format, that's wide receiver 1 level production. Kyle Pitts, whatever. He hasn't put it together, but if he's going to do it, it should be this year. And then we just need to fill in, right? Like, the thing with Dynasty is you really need those cornerstone pieces that are going to really boost your wins over replacement. And tight end and quarterback is like really the way to do that. Obviously, early receiver also, like Jefferson, Lamb, Chase, Amon-Ra, Puka, Garrett Wilson, and then like really after that range, like there's guys I like Waddle, I like London, Olave, Nico. Those guys could be that, but it's like you either want to be paying up for the really, really good wide receivers, and then once you get past kind of that middle range here, it's like all these guys project pretty similarly. So it's like Devontae is more of a obviously immediate production play. Rashee Rice has a little bit of a value accumulation play. Plus, he should give you at least adequate scoring, 13 to 15 points per game, which is really what you're looking for. And then you can just fill in the flex spots with like Amari Cooper, Deontay Johnson, even like you go further down, DeAndre Hopkins, Cortland Sutton. Like they're all scoring pretty much the same, and the opportunity cost of paying up at young wide receiver is not great. Like there's obviously cases for it, but not really something I'm like clamoring to do is take a young wide receiver like Pickens, right? He's fine. Like where he goes is he usually goes in like the 6th round. It's fine. Like he probably should. He has a chance to break out. He produced fine enough, but it's like, is he going to be elite? Is he going to be difference making? And like Tyler Lockett could outscore him this year. Like it wouldn't be crazy for Tyler Lockett to outscore him. DeAndre Hopkins, all these guys that go literally 7 rounds later, 6 rounds later, 7 rounds later. So I like to arbitrage those types of players. I don't typically have a bunch of those kinds of guys. I definitely, it's like I think that's a big mistake, is rushing to get guys off your team just to do it. So don't do that. Like wait for a good opportunity to come up or something where you can arbitrage and get a first plus a guy that can produce similarly. That's a really fun one to do. That it's a little bit harder to execute in the market at this point. All right, we need 3 more to join. I'll wait a few more minutes. I'm not sure what you guys are doing. If you want to stick around, let's see what's going on in the chat here. Is there a go-to Dynasty website? I have 0 team. Yeah, definitely Sleeper. Some people play on other sites, but I think Sleeper, just the app, not on your computer. It's annoying on your computer, as you can see, but on your phone, it's pretty easy. If you are looking to join a league, like definitely I can help you find one, because I run copious amounts of leagues. Yeah, James Young says you can sign up on Sleeper and jump in a dozen free Dynasty leagues in 5 minutes. Yeah, I would try to just do one to start. I have some good Dynasty startup strategy videos, and I am going to do some shorter Dynasty type videos where it's like kind of going position by position. I really prefer the deep dives. I prefer to just ramble on for 45 minutes, but for the SEO and everything, and just trying to keeping it concise, which is not something I'm very good at, is being concise. But okay, let's pull this back up. Need 1 more. All right, starting. Hell yeah. You should have a sleeper account anyways, just for things like player rankings, the most editor drop players, fast. Yeah, sleeper ADP is pretty bad, to be completely honest. We got the 101. So what do we do here, guys? Do we go CMC or do we push it and do something else? Okay, we got guy with a 1 week season logo in here. I'm not sure who. We got Purple Yosh in here at the 8 spot. We got Chunk the Deuce in here at the 12 spot. So we got some friends and family in here. Yeah, you can't change your Underdog username once you do it, right? Or you only have one time to do it. Huhame says wide receiver much more important while building a franchise due to how long they are and relevant versus young RB. I mean, yeah, I think running backs, it's like if you're competing, then you want one of the top, like whatever, CMC, Brees, Bijan, Gibbs. Make a case for Achane. You can make a case for Jonathan Taylor. Otherwise, I usually just wait and just go by volume and go play the zero RB game. They do, like Jonathan Brooks in Dynasty like has a very good case to like raise up in value to like the 3rd round, just because there's such a lack of young running backs that are like actually that people actually like and that like have the chance to get that value accrual. Okay, do we go CMC or do we go Lamb? You know what? Let's do Lamb. I think Lamb is just in for an absolutely nuts season. I know he went absolutely nuts last year. It's full PPR, so McCaffrey is very fun, but I just structurally I like building with a wide receiver there, and we can go. I kind of wanted let's try a little zero RBing this time, unless something really fun falls to us. We could do an Achane or something at the turn at the 24-25, but Tyreek goes 2, so CMC falling to pick 3, which doesn't happen very often. But yes, let's go back to Huhame's point. Wide receiver it's an easier position to trade. Like people are more willing to move wide receivers. It's much more like a fluid of a trading position. And they do have a chance for value accrual. But yeah, it's like I really just want to be playing, because you're saying how long they are relevant versus young running back. It's really about value accrual. Like that's, I think Jacob Sanders talked about. It's like you take this guy Jonathan Brooks in a dynasty startup of like pick 201, 202, 203 sometimes. Like he could be going in like the 2nd or 3rd round of dynasty startups. So that's like a 3 or 4 round uptick in his startup ADP, which is absolutely massive. Wide receivers, obviously, like Neighbors is going in like the 3rd round already, or 2nd round sometimes in dynasty startups. Harrison goes at the 1-2 turn. So like those guys are already priced in. The young wide receivers have that chance, but they're also, it's like they don't when they hit, like if Xavier Worthy really like hits, where does he, maybe 3rd round, like where Waddle and something goes, like at the top of, like unless he's just real, unless the guy is really him, it's because running back is more scarce. There's really only the top 4 or 5, and then it's just a huge clump of guys for a while. That's the only reason I would say that like running back, it doesn't really matter if they're relevant and if they're young. Like if I think Jonathan Brooks is like 20 right now, and he'll be 21 at the start of the season. That just gives you so much time to get out. Like you don't have to keep them on your team, right? It's just a playing the market game. Okay, so Purple Yosh goes Brees Hall at pick 8. Chunk the Deuce up on the clock here. Oh yeah, purple yours. I was gonna say, I feel like you used to be able to change it. Huham says, like, during a rebuild, wide receiver is a starting point, so startup value, they are worth more. Running backs only matter if you're strong. Yeah, but I mean, you can. I agree. I mean, wide receivers are generally more important, but it's. I don't know. I'm not really disagreeing with you there. It's just running backs really matter when you are looking to compete. So to the teams that are competing, which there will be some in every league, like, they still can be very valuable. And it depends. Like I guess it's more just like Jonathan Brooks. Like, he could just be so valuable because of just a vacuum of good young running backs. Okay, so Chunk the Deuce goes Harrison London. So pretty normal turn there. We got A Persad 22 going Garrett Wilson Olave. I don't hate that. That's a pretty fun start, especially in PPR. Like, both those guys could be wide receiver ones. So definitely reasonable picks there, and I think they project better than Harrison and London. Obviously, maybe at the top range of outcomes, Harrison and London could do that, but I think Harrison and London are, like, more similar than people think. It's just the hype is on Atlanta right now, but I'm really into Olave in all formats. I just think he's run so cold on touchdowns, and Derek Carr being hurt and just not having a very good offensive coordinator, and they brought in someone from the Shanahan system who should be able to kind of just, like, actually use some motion and do some, like, modern NFL stuff, which should help a lot. So. And since you guys hopped in the draft with me for the second draft, we are gonna pull out the glasses with the Miami vibes. So thanks for hopping in with us, everyone. Appreciate you guys watching on the impromptu stream, and for tuning in all summer long and all spring long. It's been great. Right, so we're gonna be back up here in a moment with 2 picks. So Debo goes. That would have been very, very nice there. So do we go 2 wide receivers here? Let's go Devonta Smith for the bring back. And then it's just I said we were gonna do wider 0 RB, but it's so hard for me to pass on Achane with the upside that he has. And we got our week 17 Lamb and Smith there, so feel pretty good about that. And then we have a guy who could just absolutely break the slate in Achane. So yeah, that's a very fun start. We got the 3 spot going CMC Ayuk, so getting a little San Fran thing. I wonder if he goes Laporta here. Let's see what he does. Nope, Cup. Okay. Purple Yosh says I'm going to have so much Nico this year. Yeah, he's a very good pick. Just whatever. You want to bet on that offense. And I like him and Dell a little bit, fading Diggs a little bit. Definitely still want him, especially in best ball, obviously. But yeah, Nico had an absolutely crazy season last year. Obviously, Dell was hurt, but yeah, definitely you can make a case for Nico at the 1-2 turn. Like, any of these guys after Garrett Wilson, I really do think it's choose your own adventure. Like, make a case for any of these guys. If anyone took Nico at that spot, I wouldn't bat an eye. I think you can absolutely defend it. Shout out to fucking Alpha digging the start. Yeah, it's a fun start for sure. Yeah, and we got some. This is a wide receiver heavy room. We got the 2 spot going 3 wide receivers. We got the 5 spot going 3 wide receivers. We got CPSU, which I don't know who this is. But 2 wide receivers. So we got a lot of wide receivers going off the board. So Good thing we got Lamb and Smith there, which is that's why it's just hard. Obviously, we still went same build as with CMC with 1 running back and 2 wide receivers, but I just like I like the flexibility there, and Achane just has. I want to be betting on Miami offense. If you guys aren't already subscribed, subscribe for at least 3 streams a week, sometimes more. We are at 637 subs, and the goal is 1,000 before the start of the season. We're gonna be going real hard in August. I hopefully should be able to draft Underdog by then, so we're gonna be going ham in August. So make sure you guys are tapped in here, watching streams, honing your game all summer long, and vibing. So let's see what everyone's doing here. So Yosh got Breece Hall, Nico, and Tank Dell. That is an absolutely pristine start there with the Houston bet and with Breece Hall falling to 8. That's very nice. We got Chunk the Deuce going Marvin Harrison, Drake London, Derrick Henry, and then Terry McLaurin at 37, which I believe is the Atlanta and Washington Week 17 game there. So I don't mind it. I definitely think I prefer Higgins and Kirk. I understand the Week 17 angle. I don't think I would push him out that much, but it's defensible. Like pretty much after Tank Dell and maybe Pittman. I prefer Higgins out of that range, but they're all pretty much the same. It's like a big tier, and that's one of the things I want to do more often is. Especially if I'm drafting at volume, like if you're drafting an Underdog and you're maxing the BBM or you're maxing the puppy or whatever. I think within tiers, so if you just view like wide receiver, let's just say whatever, we talked about the second round kind of till the Tank Dell tier being one big tier. If you talk about kind of this Kirk, McLaurin, Amari Cooper, Pickens, there's kind of like a huge tier there, but for that range. I think moving around and going against ADP, whether it's a half a round or a round within tiers and getting some different combinations, you don't want to be reaching a ton for correlation or anything. But I think in that case, just if you are putting in volume, switching up and just getting some interesting starts and different combinations does make sense. You don't want to sacrifice like just taking worse players. So Hurts falls all the way to us here to pair with Smith. So that's pretty fun. And then we could go Lamar and Andrews there. Let's go Lamar Andrews. You guys know I'm Lamar and Andrews slappy. It is hard. It is hard to pass on Hurts there. I don't view them that differently, Lamar, and I think if I'm thinking through stacks, would I rather have? I mean, I don't know. I guess we do have Lamb, so it would have been a bring back on our first round pick. So that also makes sense. But it's like Lamb, Smith, and Hurts versus like Lamar and Andrews. I just like the quarterback tight end pairing more, and it's like they're so correlated. Like if Lamar has a tight end one or a QB1 week, Andrews is also probably having a QB1 week, so you can just get like 50-60 points out of those two, and we can still play it from the other side if we want. If Dak falls to us, we could go Dak later on, or we don't even need to, right? We could just have the Lamar and Andrews stack going there, and then just have Lamb and Smith as a little mini going on there. So it's hard for me to pass on Hurts there, but I just like building out different stacks. And it doesn't have to. You don't have to go with the Smith and Hurts thing there. Although it is fun, and it's not. There's not a right or wrong there. Star Kindler says this music is pumping me the fuck up whilst 5 deep in the puppy 2 streets. That's what we're here for. Where are you at that he doesn't have underdog? Redacted. But yeah, no, I will be able to draft soon. It is confirmed that I will be able to draft underdog soon. I'll be doing some slow draft content, and I will also be doing some fast drafts as well. Might be doing some marathon streams. Going to a place where I can do fast drafts, kind of whatever, scheduling out 5-6 guests, going and doing that, and either recording it or doing it live, and then getting you guys that content there, maybe on the weekends. Let's see. Starkindler Bindles makes a no docs guarantee on this stream. I don't know. I feel like I've doxed myself, but I try not to do it if I need to. If it's not squeezed out of me, I won't do it. All right, let's check on what's going on here. Purple Yosh got Purple Yosh. You're absolutely killing this draft, brother. Brees Hall, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Trey McBeast, and then Calvin Ridley. That's a very fun start. We got Chunk the Deuce at the 12th spot, like we said. Marvin Harrison, Drake London, Derrick Henry, Terry McLaurin, Hopkins, and then Joe Mixon for the Baltimore and Houston thing in week 17. Oh, yeah, that would have been very nice. Obviously Mixon probably wasn't going to fall to us all the way at 72, but that would have been very fun. We see Rashad White falling here. CJ Stroud goes to the Diggs drafter, and Purple Yosh passed on him there, where he could have taken him double stacked. Whatever. Obviously, like we said, like you don't. That's the thing about building out these teams is like you don't have to do it. Like even me passing on Hurts there, it's like it's not a requirement. Obviously, it's something you want to weigh, but you can always build out later stacks, backdoor stacks and stuff later on. And I think you just want to be flexible. I think that's like the number one thing. If I could give you one takeaway from watching my stream today is just be flexible. Don't box yourself into any one build, into any one way of drafting. Just always be water and be flexible. So I really wanted Rashee Rice there. That would have been very nice. Let's see. Rashad White does fall to us. I think we need 2 wide receivers here, though. Let's go Lad. And what is Dak's ADP? It's 93. Do we want to go Seattle? Do we have LAC? Let's go Addison. Just want to catch up at wide receiver, obviously going with not a Shrek turd, but the Achane, Lamar, and Andrews thing. I think we needed wide receivers there with only having 2 through the first 5 rounds. We definitely needed to catch up. So through 7 rounds, we were at Lamar Jackson at quarterback, Devin Achane, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, Ladd McConkey, Jordan Addison, and then at tight end, Mark Andrews. So I really like this team so far. Lamar Jackson, as we know, can very easily have a big spike week and have just I'm still very in on the Baltimore offense. So he could finish as QB1 on the season and QB1 on a week. Achane, we know the upside with him, so I don't want to elaborate on that too much, but could easily be the running back 1 on the week. Lamb, we know. Devonta Smith, the week 17 stuff for him, and I think in for a little bit of a bounce back. He kind of had a weird year last year with Philly being so dysfunctional. Ladd McConkey, I am a big fan of. I think he's going to get volume paired to Justin Herbert. Builds out. We could have a backdoor stack with him, and then Jordan Addison. Not as high in Jordan Addison, but him versus BTJ and JSN, it's all kind of one big clump to me. definitely was prefer. If I really wanted Rashee Rice to fall to us there, that would have been my preferred option. As I said, I was standing Rashee Rice in my dynasty startup as well. But yeah, we have 4 wide receivers through 7 rounds, so enough. And then we took 3 detours, the stacked Lamar Jackson and Andrews, and then the upside shot with Devon Achane. Now we can focus, right? We can see what falls to us at quarterback. We have a JJ McCarthy option late. We have a Justin Herbert. If he were to fall to us past ADP, I'd be down for that. But yeah, we can focus on wide receiver and running back for a while, which is very nice, right? That is kind of the luxury of taking those elite quarterbacks and tight ends early, is it allows you to take some falling value at running back and be flexible in the middle rounds. If a quarterback or tight end were to like fall and it really makes sense, whether it's correlated or just an ADP value, you can still do that. But yeah, allows you to be flexible, which is really nice. So let's check out Chunk the Deuce's squad. He tapped Cortland Sutton there at 84. So no correlation there, but yeah, that's right. He's just trying to get some catch up at wide receiver, and then goes Zamir White, which perfectly prominent pick in this range. Running backs just absolutely flying off the board here. Purple Yosh gets Murray paired with McBride, which is a absolutely beautiful combination there. And so yeah, Breece Hall, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Trey McBride, Calvin Ridley, Roma Dunes, Kyler Murray, and then leg up favorite Jalen Warren. So let's see. Purple Yo says, I take Stroud so much an underdog, trying something different. Yeah, I mean, and you got the Kyler and McBride pairing, which is beautiful. Didn't want to reach even though it was a small reach. No, that's fine. We got Tyler gifting 5 Bindles membership. So welcome to the Bindles Brigade. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with that yet. I know we have a Discord for the Super Stack Bros, so definitely will get you guys in there for that. And then I think whatever, obviously team reviews in there. Any dynasty, like if you want me to evaluate your dynasty team, I can certainly do that. Dynasty startup questions, any trade questions, anything like that. And I think there'll be additional Super Stack Bro stuff that we will tap onto there as well. Wide receiver is very, very wiped out here, which does push me. We could handcuff. Let's see, what do we have here? Pollard, and then tight end here. Quarterback, do we take Dak this far past? It's not this far past AP. Let's take Dak. We got Pollard there. So Achane and Pollard, which is, it's fine through 9 rounds at running back, considering that Achane is considered an anchor at that cost. Pollard should give us some steady production, and we're definitely done at quarterback now, unless just something falls to us in the 20th round or something like that. Not typically how I build, but too hard for me to pass up on the Lamb stack with the Philly bring back, and then also having the Lamar and Andrew stack. We're gonna have to catch up at wide receiver, but I think the range we're gonna be in at our next couple picks, we definitely have some guys we like, and we can just attack it through volume. Push our second tight end, having Andrews, and like I said before, just attack. As I said, we were going to attack running back and wide receiver, and I took a quarterback. But yeah, just hard for me to pass up on the stacked with Lamb, Dak Prescott there, and with the bring back with Devonta Smith. So yeah, a little bit thin at wide receiver, but I mean, Lamb we took him 1-1, Smith second round, and then Ladd and Addison, I think, are solid enough picks in that range as well. So yeah, gonna have to catch up a little bit at wide receiver, but yeah, I like it. And yeah, shout out to Emo Cowboy, Tyler. He is yeah, one of the biggest supporters of the channel. Been here since day one. Had him on. I think we're gonna have to have him on either soon. I'm not sure if we were talking about maybe on Thursday. I'm not sure with my girlfriend taking the bar and just kind of the hecticness of that, what my schedule is looking like this week. But go check out the Fantasy Sanctuary if you haven't already. Tyler is on there doing streams with Tom. He did a couple of solo streams on like a Sunday. So yeah, go support all the streamers out there, and shout out to Tyler for the 5 memberships. If you got one of those memberships, I can't see right now who it went to, but send me a Twitter DM or send me a Discord message, or reach out or leave a comment, and I will get you the link to the Discord. And then, like I said, because it is a joint Discord with PPR Tyler and Best Ball Guy, like all the stuff I talked about in terms of team reviews and other stuff, best ball team reviews, dynasty team reviews, we will all get that going. And then I think we will have some other stuff that we can add into there as well to get your dollar going pretty far. So definitely want to give you guys value with those memberships. Hames got one. Tyler gifted himself a membership as Ultimate Cuckold. What? How did that even happen? I think you get it. I think when you give away them, you get one yourself. Foolish to think I was gonna get Kyler back at the turn. Yeah, I mean, Kyler seems like he goes to the McBride drafter a lot. Yeah, we got Tyler using the emojis. You get the Xavier Leggett emoji. You get the Kirby emoji. Didn't know you could receive a gift membership. Yeah, is that even real? Is that actually what happened? Chunk getting Brandon Cooks, trying to catch up at wide receiver there. Yosh going Jaden Daniels with, I'm assuming he's going to try to build out a little backdoor Washington thing with some guys that go later on. Wicks going at pick 112, one pick after Romeo Dobbs. Very early, but I can understand it. And adds on to his Arizona bet with Trey Benson. So yeah, let's see what is coming up here. I don't think we have anyone else in here with us right now, so we can think through. Would love a Jacoby Myers. I think for this team, he makes sense. Jerry Jeudy, Josh Downs. Obviously, we love Leggett and Polk. Don't mind A.D. Mitchell and Jacoby Myers. So yeah, let's see what falls to us here. Definitely got some good options here, and I think this range plays out pretty well. Also, could go running back. Running backs. Oh man, running back is getting wiped out, which maybe plays into me taking a Rico or a Zeke here. He got the gift that keeps on giving. Why is this so... I was gonna say, why the hell is it so dark in here? Okay. We're back up on the clock here. Okay, let's go. Let's go Josh Downs. And then I think we go running back here. So yeah, Josh Downs and Zeke. I'm very high on Josh Downs. I know there's others in the best ball space that are very high on him, especially in PPR. I really like Josh Downs. And then Zeke, we only have HN and Pollard. So we got some dusty RBs, Pollard and Zeke. I think Zeke surprisingly could get a lot of passing game work and could get the goal line role. So while he's a gross pick, I do think with the Dallas thing we have going on, it makes sense. And yeah, just running back is getting kind of scooped up, and I'm not sure what will be available to us since we are at the turn. There's going to be 24 picks before our next pick. So yeah, we have Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, a lot of early capital at quarterback, so definitely going 2 there, but getting both stacked is very nice. Achane, Tony Pollard, and Zeke. So the young supple Devon Achane paired with the old crusty Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, Ladd McConkey, Jordan Addison, and then Josh Downs. So yeah, we'll see what wide receivers come back to us here, but we could double tap wide receiver and running back on the way back. Let's see what falls to us. Yosh does go Jahan Dotson to pair with Jaden Daniels. Not a guy I love. Stacked, you can definitely make the case for him though. And then Chunk the Deuce will be back up here in a second. All right, we are going to I'm gonna go use the restroom really quick, so you guys vibe for a moment. Okay, so what did Chunk do here at the turn? He went Freiermuth. Let's see, does he have any? Doesn't look like he has any correlation, but just as this tight end wants to get his tight end 1 there locked up, as he'll probably go 3, and then Kirk paired with London there. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide receivers, and let's see. Yeah, this is a fun team. Purple Yosh is back up on the clock here. Does he have? Let's see what correlation he has or anything going on here. Yeah, I will try to get some different music in here as well. Whatever. Just wanted to get just this one track in here for now, but we'll try to switch it up, get some different vibes going. But yeah, big fan of the vaporwave. If you couldn't tell. Yoshi sniped me in both my QBs, so I had to go back to the drawing board. It's okay. Sometimes getting sniped can be good, and yeah, you got the Mayo Man out with Levis, backdoor Bo Nix. That's a perfectly, honestly, if you go Cousins, Levis, Nix, that's a sneaky fun wide receiver, or I mean quarterback room. Levis and Nix are pretty locked in to start 17 games, and then Kirk obviously has pretty high upside in that offense if he's all healthy and everything. So yeah, you can push quarterback, especially in 20 rounds. You can definitely push it. Okay, we are back on the clock here. Let's see what wide receivers are available. Ooh, wide receiver is rough. Okay, let's go Charbonnet here for running back. And then do we take a Darnell Mooney just to get some points here? Oh, I just don't love Mooney, but I do think we just need some points here. Don't want to get super behind at wide receiver. We do have 6, so that puts us at 6. So all the guys, literally just all the guys I like went in the round of 4. Polk getting pushed up to pick 134. Jermaine Burton going 136. Xavier Leggett. No 2 clips in a row for us. A.D. Mitchell would have been fine taking. So yeah, not a sexy pick there with Mooney. I mean, PPR Tyler's very high on him. I know some people that are high on him. Not great unstacked or uncorrelated, but I mean, I don't know. I think we saw Tutu Atwell and Demarcus Robinson in a similar offense produce last year. So if he's the wide receiver 2 there, I think he's perfectly cromulent pick here. Yeah, Daniels at Purple Years just saying Daniels at ADP was nice and nothing else on it. Yeah, Daniels is like, he's a very, very good click right now. I know Spags has been in on him since the very beginning, but yeah, he's a great pick. And yeah, you can pair him with Dotson, you can pair him with Luke McCaffrey, you can pair him with Sinnott, and like even if you just have naked Daniels, it's kind of fine. Just because of the rushing upside. Obviously you want to get him at least single stack, but yeah, B-Rob, no way should be in the hundreds. I agree. Should be going like, I like Kyler more, but like pretty close to Kyler, right? Like Jordan Love goes above him, and I think I would project Jaden Daniels to score more points just for the rushing. B-Rob is one of my favorite clicks. I know Tyler get membership Santa has a huge bag of B-Rob, and I'm very into him as well. Adam Thielen, trying to catch up at wide receiver there, brother. I don't it's fine pick, especially in PPR. And even a Marcus Rosemary Jack Saint. What? Who's that? Sarkin Lure. I am a dynasty sicko. I am in leagues with like 35 roster spots, and I am grinding the waivers all the time, and even I don't know who the hell that is. You guys are truly sick, and we love to see it. It's exactly who we want on this channel. Let's see. Chunk goes Algier, so he's betting against Bijan there, and then Jaleel betting against Javonte. Jaleel he's such an interesting thing. It's like, if he kind of can pass block, I think he should get a good amount of pass game work and just stay on the field. But it's like, if he doesn't, then he could be just like, not a 0, but like pretty close to a 0 with Javonte and Estime there kind of being the 1-2 punch, and Jaleel kind of falling behind those two. I like taking my shots on Jaleel because I do think Sean Payton is live to use his short king running backs, and Jaleel definitely fits that profile. And he's a D2 product and hard worker, and seems like the coaching staff likes him. So Google has shed 1.6. Yeah, you know what? Now that you're saying that, I think I did see that a tweet about it. Daniels a lot of times is the only pick I like in the area. That's the other thing with Daniels is, yeah, it's like you reach that range and it's like running backs who you don't feel great about, some wide receivers you don't feel great about, and you're just like, fuck it, naked Jaden Daniels. All right, we're going to be back up in a moment here. So give me 1 second. All right, we're going to be back up here. Okay, what makes sense for us here? I don't mind Chuba. Let's see, do we have any correlation here? Carolina, Chicago. Let's go Khalil Herbert. For running backs, we have 5 running backs. And then, do we go Troy Franklin? Do we go Malachi Corley here? Or do we go Demario Douglas? Let's see, do we have any? We don't have any Rams. We don't have any. I'm just very big on Demario Douglas, especially in PPR. We don't need Drake May, but yeah, I think Demario Douglas, he had a very good rookie year, per all his advanced analytics. I think he kind of can play the Josh Downs role in this offense, and I just want to be taking shots on this New England wide receiver room. I don't really know who it's going to be. Like, I don't have a strong take on whether it's Javon Baker, whether it's Demario Douglas, whether it's Jalen Polk. Maybe it's just Hunter Henry, who just is the huge beneficiary, but just, I don't know. I think especially in full PPR as well, that gives him a boost as well. And little bit of a like weird wide receiver room, like obviously starting Lamb, Devonta Smith, and then McConkey and Addison, and then Downs ahead of ADP, Mooney kind of just as a stopgap option, and Douglas. But I feel like in PPR, right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far. We can tack on a couple more. Quarterback, we're done. Running back, we can add 1 or 2 more, and then tight end, we can just go 2 and tack on someone late. Having Lamar and Andrews. So yeah, I like this team. Achane, Pollard, Zeke, Sharps, and Herbert is a pretty solid running back room, actually. Like, we have some old dusty guys. We have some upside with Sharps and with Herbert, kind of either in a contingent and standalone role, and Herbert either in Chicago, he has some contingent upside, and maybe he gets traded or released or whatever. So Purple Yosh says, fuck it, double buy at tight end, at least it's 20 rounds. I mean, yeah. Chunk goes Will Levis. You love to see it. Old Dusties are in this year. 2017 draft was still too good. I mean, it's right. It's at cost. Like, Zeke stacked. I just think, bro, Zeke was fine last year. Like, it was through volume, but it's probably going to be through. It's Rico Dowdle is the only other guy there, which I'm fine taking Dowdle, but if I'm betting on anybody, it's going to be Zeke over Dowdle. Texas Politics says, I feel like if Bindles won, he would end up giving it all away. Most generous of D-Gens for sure. I would definitely give back to the people. I definitely wouldn't give it all away. I would definitely buy a house and do some shit, but I would definitely give back to the people. If I win the Drafters 500, that would be very nice. So who do we have in here getting? So I gifted 5 memberships. So we got 5 from Tyler, and we got 5 from myself. So we got Chunk, the Deuce, David, Best Ball Moderate, Kai Hunter, and Jay Stress. So you guys message me, and I will give you the link to the Discord and get the Super Stack Bros Discord, because it's not just me. David was saying he was gonna ask how to get the sub. I got one from Santa Bindles. If you go next to my like name under the stream, there's a little button that says join. If you guys want, if you do, no pressure whatsoever. Like I said, I'm still figuring out exactly how the Super Stack Bros and how we're going to figure stuff out. But definitely want to provide you guys some value for I believe it's $2.99, so it's pretty cheap, but want to give you guys your money's worth, and no pressure. You still are a loved member of the Bindles community if you do not join. But yeah, definitely fun to have those. You get to use some of the emojis. We'll get maybe some members only streams once we build up enough members. But yeah, should be fun. Might do some giveaways in there as well. And Super Stack Bros, I think there's a lot of stuff we can do with that. So it should be a good time, good summer. Just wanted to get it going as we finally get in here. Okay, so let's see what we got going here. Running back, CH. We don't have anything really going on here. Sinnott is by week 14, and Andrews is by week 14, so I don't want to do that. Let's go Fant. And then do we go CEH or do we go... Let's go Baker. We got 2 shots at the New England wide receiver room there with Demario Douglas and Javon Baker. So I mean, if even one of those guys, if one of those 2 breaks out, then we'll feel very good. We are at 2 quarterbacks. We are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs. We are at 8 wide receivers and 2 tight ends with two channel favorites, Mark Andrews and Noah Fant. So yeah, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Devon Achane, Tony Pollard, Zeke, Zach Charbonnet, Khalil Herbert, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, Ladd McConkey, Jordan Addison, Josh Downs, Darnell Mooney, Demario Douglas, Javon Baker, a bunch of small boys at wide receiver with Smith, Ladd, Addison, Downs, Mooney, Douglas, all smaller, and then Mark Andrews and Noah Fant. Wish I trusted Sinnott, but I have a bad feeling. I mean, I feel like on your build, I would have probably done it, just with having the correlation there with the quarterback. But yeah, he is a little bit scary. And he falls literally all the way back around to you. See, Yosh, if you let something go and it returns to you, it was meant to be. So it was definitely meant to be for Ben Sinnott. David says, with playing Super Smash Bros. With my son yesterday, was glorious, hadn't played in years. I mean, yeah, it's such a fun game. Like you get into it. It's very intense. We got Fantasy Sanctuary. Shout out to Fantasy Sanctuary. Becomes a YouTube member. Yeah, they are absolutely pumping out the content. Go check out Tom Strachan and Tyler on Monday evenings. But yeah, they have a Discord, so go become a member over there if you haven't already, and they're pumping out the content. And really great guys as well. So, well, Yosh, yeah, way past ADP. Yeah, we got the legged emoji in there. So you guys, if you want to really get the full Bindles experience, get the legged emoji. Pump me cost. we didn't, Tom. We didn't take a Leggett this stream, but we did take him last stream and play the clip with DeAndre. So we got all of our guys last stream, and then we're getting our guys as well. Mark Andrews, Noah Fant, Tom. I don't know if it's you watching on the Fantasy Sanctuary, but those Ravens jerseys were absolutely fire. I'm not sure what your opinion is, but I like the purple with the gold. That was pretty nice. So 2 more picks coming up, or no, 3 more picks, because we got fucking 20 rounds. This is crazy. I am not used to the 20 round drafts. I'm used to the 18 round underdog drafts. Okay, so we definitely running back. Bigsby. Keaton Mitchell, I'm not super high on, but if he were to fall all the way around to us, Lauby would be a great pick, as we were talking about. Houston, we could go Dameon Pierce for the bring back there. Gets pretty gross after that. Pretty gross after that. So wide receiver, we're pretty strong. We could add a JJ McCarthy as a third quarterback if we just feel like we have a luxury pick. We could go a third tight end, but I don't really feel like we need to with those 2. I kind of just want to lean into other stuff. I don't mind Justin Fields here. Just have a little fun. See Baltimore, Houston. We could go with Noah Brown. And Justin Fields goes one pick before us. All right. Well, I don't really want to do unstacked Daniel Jones. Wide receiver, there's not much. Let's go Dameon Pierce. And let's go Lobby. And let's rip the clip, ladies and gentlemen. RIP to all of your ears after the Lobby clip. Has to be done. All right, so Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, H.N. Pollard, Zeke, Sharps, Khalil Herbert, and then a gross Dameon Pierce and a sexy Dylan Lowby. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 running backs. 8 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. I really would have enjoyed a Justin Fields pick there just for the upside. Naked Fields. So what do we do here for our last pick? I think we're done at running back, so I don't think we need to do anything there. Wide receiver. What do we have? Anything that correlates? Noah Brown would make sense for a bring back on Baltimore, since we only have Dameon Pierce there as the bring back. Greg Dortch, I do not mind. We don't have any. Let's see, Minnesota, Green Bay, Elijah Moore. We don't have anything. Don't have Yoshivas for purely for the bit. So we could go tight end here. Gesicki, Hurst, Parkinson has been getting some hype. We got Chunk the Deuce going, Bo Nix and Greg Dulcich at the turn. What an absolutely beautiful turn there, paired with Marvin Mims. And what does he have? Sutton as well, and Sutton. So yeah, backdoor Bo Nix strikes again with 3-leg Greg. Let's see what we have. 14 and 10 are the 2 bye weeks, so don't really care here. Dawson Knox, Michael Mayer, Zach Ertz. Okay, so let's see what falls to us. Noah Brown would make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like we're probably fine at wide receiver. We do have a lot of week 14 buys, which Noah Brown is also a week 14 buy. And then tight end, like it's kind of a weird range here. We could go wide receiver and go 9 or 3 tight ends. Just Chunk the Deuce just absolutely hammering the tight ends here. Greg Dulcich, Gesicki getting the week 17 there, and then Michael Mayer. 2 of the guys I had queued up. Yeah, these wide receivers, man, this is just gross. Hit him with the gritty. Should I get a Claypool clip in here in homage to hit him with the gritty? KC. Ryan Flournoy? Who says no? Penny Sanctuary says, yeah, pure sex, the jerseys. I loved them. Chunk the Deuce totally forgot about 20 rounds. It's a switch up. It absolutely is a switch up. There's always that, but Ertz is the guy who knows the clip offense. He will have a role. I agree. But it's honestly similar to the Trey McBride thing last year. Like, Ertz is very live to get hurt. He's old. He's been injured for like 3 straight years. I do think Senna is good. I don't know. I don't think he's a fullback. I think he's good. Could be similar to Trey McBride. I think he was drafted in the 3rd round, not the 2nd round, but good, very good profile, athletic. So yeah. All right, I don't think these receivers are really doing it for me, so I think I'm gonna go tight end. And we were talking up Zach Ertz. We could go Zach Ertz. He is a week 14 bye, or we could go Hayden Hurst. We don't have any bring back or anything for that. Let's go Zach Ertz. Very gross pick, but we're talking about him in the chat. Chunk, did you get, or Yost, did you get a membership? Chunk did his first tight end of your career. Wow, you're breaking barriers here, Chunk. I didn't even realize they were in your queue. No, you're fine. It wasn't necessary. It was like just literally there's no wide receivers that I give 2 shits about. Purple Yosh just had to end for a line for the Laundry. Who's your last pick? I can't see here. So thank you guys for so much for hanging out with me, for vibing with the music. Final team: Lamar Jackson stacked up with Mark Andrews, Dak Prescott stacked up with CeeDee Lamb. Philly bring back with Devonta Smith. Running backs, we have the young, supple Devon Achane paired with the old, crusty Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, Zach Charbonnet, nice glass of Charbonnet, Khalil Herbert, Dameon Pierce, Dylan Laube, rolled the clip. And then, like I said, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, Ladd McDonkey, Jordan Addison, Josh Downs, Darnell to the Mooney, Demario Douglas, and Javon Baker. And then at tight end, our one true king, Mark Andrews, Noah Fant, fan favorite, and also old crusty Zach Ertz. Yeah, pretty fun team. Not typically how I build with the 2 quarterbacks in the top 100, but couldn't pass on stacking up CeeDee Lamb at that cost with the Philly bring back. I feel pretty strong at all positions. A little top heavy at wide receiver with Lamb and Devonta, and then these other guys are not they're not guaranteed to be stars. But if we get if Ladd is better than we expect, if Addison just kind of comes into his own without Hawkinson there in the beginning of the season, Downs super high on Mooney, just kind of a volume play in that Atlanta offense, and hope that offense is just a high scoring offense. And then betting on the New England offense and just hoping one of Demario Douglas or Javon Baker kind of breaks out, and I'll be happy with the both those picks at that ADP if I get one of the 2. So yeah, thanks so much guys for hanging out with me for a couple hours. We're at over 2 hours. Make sure to like, subscribe, and if you either were gifted a membership by either me or by Tyler, be sure to message me on X. The link is below. Leave a comment, message me on Discord, somehow get a hold of me, and I will get you in there. But yeah, thanks so much guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and yeah, we will see you around in the streets. Deuces, everyone.